Welcome into Bears Now. I am Harrison Graham, back with another video. In just a second, I will get into three quarterbacks I think the Bears could target in the 2020 NFL Draft. But first, let's kind of take a look at the current quarterback situation as a whole. Obviously, Chicago traded for Nick Foles this offseason, sent a fourth-round pick to Jacksonville to obtain the veteran quarterback, and restructured his contract to basically make it a 3-year, $24 million deal. Mitch Trubisky, as we know, entering year 4. Bears, as of yet, have not committed to his fifth-year team option, so we will see what they decide on that. They have until sometime in May, so about a month to go on that decision. I wonder, and that's what we're going to talk about today, if drafting a quarterback is still on the table. I think it's very much in play. This is my projected quarterback depth chart. Obviously, the Bears keep saying there's going to be a competition between Foles and Trubisky. I think Foles is going to be the guy, but until they make a decision, we will see on that front. Obviously, they re-signed Tyler Bray as well, who was on the practice squad last season, so we will see if he makes the roster this season. I want you to like this video if you think the Bears should draft a quarterback. The answer is yes, by the way. So I expect to see a lot of likes on this video. Let's get at least 100 of them, because you don't have to take a starter. You don't have to draft somebody in the second round, but I think almost every team every year should draft a quarterback, especially teams like the Bears, who, let's be honest, don't have necessarily a long-term option on the roster. We'll see if Trubisky becomes that. We'll see if Foles revitalizes his career, but we have no evidence of that. So like this video if you think the Bears should draft a quarterback. All right, let's get into three draft targets at the quarterback position, starting with Washington gunslinger. That's Jacob Eason, who would declare pro after his junior season. There's a lot of things to like here. He's big, he's got a strong arm, he can make all the throws. The problem is he doesn't process information as quickly as you'd like. He makes poor decisions at times, and he's inconsistent. Now, as far as Eason goes, I think you would have to use one round picks on him, 43 or 50. I think that's about the range for Jacob Eason. Now, we always know teams reach for a quarterback, so maybe he slips late in the round one, but I don't think that'll happen. I think the Bears could get him with one of their second-round picks. Big-time upside, but also has legitimate bust potential. Did some good things at Washington last year. Like I said, there's traits to like here. 6'6", 230 pounds, and can make all the throws. I just don't know if he's ready and can translate to the NFL level. He would have to at least sit a year or two, in my opinion, which with the Bears could be an option. So I think he is a round 2 option for the Bears if they want to go in that direction. As far as the current quarterback situation goes, who do you guys think will be the starter? I told you guys I think it'll be Nick Foles, so I'm typing my F. But if you think it's Mitchell Trubisky, type T down in the comment section. T for Trubisky, F for Foles. Go ahead and let me know. And while you're doing that, why don't you go ahead and click this link that is down in the comments and in the description. It's chatsports.com/BearsCustom2. You can get this sweet Bears Custom t-shirt on sale for 30% off. Deals don't last forever. It's just over $26 right now. You can put whatever name, whatever number you want on the back there. Pretty sweet deal. Chatsports.com/BearsCustom2. Check the comments and the description for the link. Number 2 guy here, let's talk about Anthony Gordon. We've mentioned him a couple of times in the past out of Washington State. I like his game. He's obviously doesn't have the upside of a Jacob Eason, but he's creative. He's mobile. He can throw with different arm angles. He's got a quick release. Doesn't have the strongest arm, but it's an above average arm. It's about an Andy Dalton arm, I would say, which is more than passable in the NFL. I think he's a guy worth taking on day 3. If he falls to you in the 5th round with your 5th round selection, I think that's a very good option. If you feel great about him, I'd be comfortable trading up to round 4. You got 2 6th-round picks. You got 2 7th-round picks. You could send your 5th and one of those to perhaps move up and take Gordon. Production was off the charts at Washington State. The 16 picks is a little high, but keep in mind, he threw the ball 50, 60 times a game in Mike Leach's air raid system. So lots of passes. It's not like his interception percentage was super high. In a normal offense, he probably would have thrown 10 or 11 picks, but they just throw the ball so much up there. Does get a little erratic at times with decision-making, but he's a fun, creative quarterback. I think he's worth taking on day 3. Do you think the Bears should spend one of their second-round picks on a quarterback? Type Y for yes, type N for no. Obviously, that doesn't apply to Anthony Gordon. That would be more like a Jacob Eason type. If Jordan Love fell, I would certainly do that. I didn't put him on today's show because I don't think he's fallen to 43 or 50. But let me know if you think the Bears should draft a quarterback in round 2. And real quick, I want to remind you guys to subscribe to Chicago Bears Now. Go ahead and hit that big red subscribe button. We got videos coming almost every single day now here on the channel. Bears rumors, news. We do Q&As. Quite frankly, we'll do one of those very, very soon. So always use hashtag Bears in the comment section so I can get to as many questions as possible. Go ahead and subscribe to Chicago Bears Now. All right, number one guy here. I'm starting to grow on the Jalen Hurts train. I was on the other end of this, but he looked really good at the combine. I think he improved a lot at Oklahoma. And in the right system, an RPO offense, which the Bears basically run, I think he could work in the NFL. Now, he needs probably a year to fine-tune his game a little bit, and I don't think I would take him with one of my top 50 picks in round 2. But remember, the Bears don't have a third or fourth round pick. So I think it's pretty likely that they're going to trade down from one of their second round picks. If they do pick up a third, I'm more than comfortable with taking Jalen Hurts in round 3. His production was insane, almost 4,000 passing yards last year. Obviously, it's a little inflated in Lincoln Riley's system, but he improved as a passer. And Norman, we know he can run the football, 20 touchdowns on the ground last season, just under 1,300 yards. 5 years ago, he would have had no chance as an NFL quarterback. But teams are more willing to build around players like this. You look at Lamar Jackson in Baltimore. Jalen Hurts isn't that. He's not that fast, but he's a similar type of quarterback in that he's really mobile. He can run, he can take hits, and he's improving as a passer every single year. And I think he can continue to improve. I would take him in the 3rd round. That I would be very comfortable doing that if the Bears either traded down or traded up. Which quarterback prospect do you want the Bears to draft? Doesn't have to be any of these 3. I just think these are some somewhat realistic possibilities. They're not going to get Joe Burrow or Tua, for example. So trying to keep it realistic here on Bears Now. Let me know which quarterback prospect you would like to see the Bears draft. And just a quick recap on the 3 guys I touched on today. Jacob Eason out of Washington. He's probably a top 50 guy. I think you would have to spend a 2nd round pick on him. Anthony Gordon out of Washington State. Love him in round 5 if he's there. I think they should take him. And then Jalen Hurts, if you trade down from one of your 2nd round picks, take him in the 3rd round. I would be more than okay with that.